Knock, knock. Snow White, please open the door. I brought some sweet apples for you, my dear.
Well, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to our honorable judges and good afternoon to my beloved audience. Are you curious about the story I will present today? Apple, dwarfs, and the mirror. Yes, it's a family story entitled Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. But firstly, let me introduce myself. I'm Teresha Tiffany Zanata from Junior High School Number 1, Kediri. Well, without further ado, please listen to me carefully. Once upon a time, in a great castle, there lived a beautiful princess who was very lovely with her blue eyes, long black hair, and delicate white skin named Snow White. But sadly, when she was just a baby, her mother passed away. Her father remarried a beautiful but cruel woman who became her stepmother. Snow White's stepmother was the most beautiful woman in the kingdom, and she owned a magic mirror. Every day, the queen would ask the mirror, "Oh, mirror, mirror, magic mirror on the wall, who is the prettiest woman in the entire kingdom?" The mirror would reply, "Of course, you are the most beautiful woman in the entire kingdom." One day, however, the queen asked the mirror the same question and was shocked when it replied, "Sorry ma'am, but Snow White is the most beautiful woman in the kingdom." The queen, overcome with jealousy and anger, couldn't bear that Snow White was more beautiful than her. The queen ordered the royal guards to take Snow White into the forest and kill her. Hey, hey, hey! Listen, I want you to kill her and bring me her hurt. Are you guys understand? The queen commands. The royal guards found Snow White in the forest, but they felt sorry for her and couldn't bring themselves to kill her. Instead, they killed a deer and brought its heart to the queen, deceiving her into believing that Snow White was dead. Meanwhile, Snow White was alone and terrified in the forest. She wandered endlessly, cried, and unsure where to go. As evening fell, she came upon a small house in the woods and went inside. She found no one there, only 7 plates and 7 small beds. Then Snow White decided to cook a meal and clean the house. Exhausted, she lay down on one of the small beds and fell asleep. Later that night, the 7 dwarfs who lived in the house returned home. They were astonished to find Snow White asleep in their house. After she woke up, she told them about her tragic story with her cruel stepmother. The dwarfs were deeply moved and invited her to stay with them. Every morning, Snow White would prepare food and clean the house before the dwarfs went work. The dwarfs warned her, "Snow White, please don't open the door for a stranger." Meanwhile, back at the castle, the royal guards returned and informed the queen that Snow White was dead. Satisfied, the queen asked the mirror again, "Oh, mirror, 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 magic mirror on the wall. Now, how about who is the prettiest woman in the kingdom? To her fury, the mirror replied, sorry ma'am, but Snow White, who lived in the small house in the woods, was the most beautiful. The queen was enraged and devised another plan to get rid of Snow White. The queen, who is actually a witch, brewed a poisonous apple and dipped an apple in it. Disguised as an old woman, she went to the dwarf's house. She knocked the door gently, but Snow White refused to let her in.
Knock, knock. Oh, Snow White, please let me in. I brought some sweet apples for you, my dear.
The old woman pleaded. Despite the dwarf's warning, Snow White opened the door and took an apple. The moment she bit into it, she collapsed to the floor and fell into a deep sleep. The queen returned to the castle, triumphant, and asked her mirror once again. I must be stupid, must be crazy, must be out of my mind to say the kind of things I said last night. Mirror, mirror hanging on the wall, you don't have to tell me who's the prettiest fool of all. Mirror, mirror, I wish you could lie to me and bring my baby back to me. Oh, mirror, mirror, mirror in the wall. Now, who is the prettiest woman alive? The mirror replied, you are the most beautiful woman alive, your majesty. Yes, of course. That's what I want to hear. Meanwhile, when the seven dwarfs returned home, they were horrified to find Snow White lying on the floor with a pale face and a poisoned apple beside her. Although she appeared to be dying, she wasn't dying. Grief-stricken, the dwarfs built a beautiful crystal cabin to keep her alive. Day after day, they mourned her, until one day, a handsome prince from a faraway kingdom passed through the woods. He saw Snow White lying in a beautiful crystal cabin and was captivated by her beauty. The prince asked the dwarfs what had happened, and they told him about her tragic story. Moved by her tale, the prince takes Snow White to his castle. He kissed her gently to show his love and intentions. And to everyone's annoyance, Snow White awoke. The prince's kiss had broken the spell. After that, the prince asked Snow White to marry him, and she happily agreed. From that day forward, Snow White lived happily ever after with her prince in a grand castle. The end. Well, ladies and gentlemen, can you guess the moral value we can take from this story? Yes, true beauty is come from love, pure heart, and kindness. Envy and vanity lead to destruction, but goodness and selflessness will always win in the end. Well, I think that's all about my story today. Thank you so much for your kind attention and have a wonderful